Hey guys, this is Shannon, the Shed Geek, and I'm here at Echo Ethic Solar, and they've got a SunSaver here, which is kind of like a unit that they put out to the shed industry. I'm here with Cynthia, I'm here with Chris, and they're the owners here at Echo Ethics and the brains behind this whole thing. So Chris, tell me a little bit about what we're looking at right here. I'll just let you take the mic and kind of fill me in on what the SunSaver is and what it does.
Okay. So this is your solar panel that you will receive with the unit. This is a 325 watt solar panel, and this is the SunSaver unit. So this guy right here, this is your inverter. The batteries are actually housed in this box back here, and we build all of this in-house. Your main power on and off switch for the unit is right here. Your solar panels, they would actually connect up here, and we would send you a quick connect for each unit. And these are the types of connectors. So it would connect from here. We would send the extension cable to power this unit, and then that charges the internal batteries from the panel. And then this unit itself outputs 120 volt AC, which I could kind of turn it. And there is a GFCI outlet over on this side. So you can just plug into the GFCI outlet. GFCI protected. It also has a ground screw on the bottom, so if you did want to drive a grounding rod near your shed, you could, and just for a little bit of extra protection. And then this piece right here, if you want to plug in a drop cord, as soon as you plug power into this, it becomes a charger, and then that'll recharge your batteries on bad solar days. And then this gives all your relevant information. So the batteries internally are 24 volts. It's outputting 120 volts like we all use in our house.
Okay.
And then there's just some different settings inside of this thing. It measures its temperature, tell you when the fans are going. It'll also tell you how much power you're using. So if you're using more than this unit can provide, it'll give you a warning first, and then it'll eventually turn into a fault. In the event that something like that happens, unplug the load, turn it off, turn it back on again, and you're back up and running.
So this unit is going to be something that primarily the shed industry is going to see for a standard, 8 by 12,
Right.
10 by 20 shed that people are just going to put up back, keep their goods in,
Yes.
maybe have like a little workshop
Mhm.
occasionally that they're going to work out of. The power is going to be readily available
Right.
whenever they go out. Obviously, sunny days are going to drive better, quicker charge times
Right.
and things like that. But so what's sort of like a price point on a unit on something like this?
So the price point to the manufacturer is somewhere around what,
26.
$2,600. That's buying a one-off, and then tiered pricing the more you get. As far as what to the customer, we're kind of setting MSRP around $4,000. So there's some good margins for each manufacturer to make off of each unit. But that's very loose depending on region.
And then, so all this starts, like the panel here is sitting on top of the roof.
Right.
And we talked about like the different application between metal roof or shingle roof, the different fittings that you're going to
Right.
have to put it on there. Cord runs down,
Mm-hmm.
unit sets just on a shelf or
Yeah, shelf, or you can mount it on the wall.
Okay.
And then the cord runs down, it plugs right into this port, and you're done. That's it.
Pretty simple installation,
Yeah.
takes maybe 40 minutes,
Yeah.
somewhere around in there.
Yep.
Man, very neat. But then you go beyond that. You even have
Yeah.
off-grid systems, or you have
Yeah.
where you can add different batteries or
Right.
components to this for people who really want something more in depth.
Exactly. So if you wanted more, basically you would just have just this metal box that's behind it. We would load it with batteries, and then it would just interconnect from this unit to the next. And there, again, it's all quick connects. We try to make everything as simple as possible for the end user, whether it be the manufacturer, the customer themselves installing it, whoever. We want everybody to be not intimidated by this technology.
Sure, yeah. And then whenever you see it like this, it actually brings it a little bit closer to home to understanding, hey, this is it. Here's your solar panel. You've got some cords that run down. You got this unit on here. It's like a string of Christmas lights. You want more
Yep.
lights? We'll get you a box with more batteries,
Yep.
and we'll just
Exactly.
increase.
And these are American-made solar panels.
Yes,
too.
they are.
These are made by a father-son company up in Indiana,
Okay.
and they custom make the panels to whatever wattage we need. So-
And they're the only truly American-made solar panels around.
Yeah.
And we work directly with that manufacturer.
So let me ask you a question. If you're gonna go with more you want more power. Does that mean that you have to have more panels to offset that?
They kind of go hand in hand. So if we
Okay.
add more battery, we don't want to add so much extra battery to where our recharge time has.
Exceeded the hours in a
Exactly.
day.
Sure.
So it kind of goes hand in hand. If you want 2 panels, I would think of adding a little bit extra battery. But if you just wanted to add 2 panels, that's a very simple thing to do versus adding another battery where you'd have to hang another box. If you just want to increase your recharge time, add another panel.
Okay.
But if you want overall more things to run, so like I want to run more saws or run a heater, whatever, those kind of things is where you're going to need the extra batteries and the panels.
And you can buy the panels separate. You don't have to buy
Correct.
the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What's just curious? What's a wholesale price or retail price on
We
something
do
like
roughly $1 a watt for the panels, so
Okay.
about $3.25 per panel.
Yeah.
And then the boxes, I have to look at it's
Yeah,
on the
I-
MSR, it's on the packet.
Yeah, it's on our sheet that we
manufacturers
send
will
out
get.
to the dealers.
that? Okay.
Yeah, so once someone's interested, they just need to reach out to me. I'll send them the reseller agreement. I just need that signed, returned, and then they'll get a whole packet of information, including the MAP pricing breakdown, the SunSaver itself description, and the expansion options, and then a whole PDF or booklet, as delivery needs to be, of how these different units act under different loads in terms of runtime and limitations.
So what's really cool is, I mean, you don't even have to install this on your inventory shed. You can sell the shed, and you can just have somebody from the manufacturing location come out, or in some cases, the dealer might be able to just do the installation on the shed, and it's an upsell of maybe, you know, what normally costs, say, I don't know, $2,600. If you MSRP at 4,000, I mean, there's more gain in your sales commission ultimately for the seller,
Right.
and then also for the manufacturer. And it's something that can be installed on the lot. It can be, you can have a technician come out and install it from the manufacturing. You guys are going to take the time to explain that thoroughly with the manufacturer so they understand.
And we're also looking at offering third-party installation services. It just really comes down to demand. So
Sure.
depending on where the demand is and how much there is, but that's something that we want to be able to offer as well.
Very cool.
The big key is this little baby has to face south and ideally have no shading issues.
Yeah.
Sure.
So wherever you place your shed, try and do little free compass app, roughly south. Make sure there's no big shading during sunburn hours. 10 to 2 at least you want, no shading, good light hitting the shed roof, and then this puppy's gonna put out good power.
Man, I think it's awesome. I think it's a technology that's constantly emerging in our world, so it's definitely going to affect us in sheds. We're not immune from that. It's actually something that benefits and complements our sheds because you've got a power source without having to trench. You got a power source without having to run a cord. I think it's really cool. I think you're going to get a lot of calls. I think manufacturers are really going to see the value in this. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to let me interview you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Idea of one of our RV systems. So this RV system, you know, we have panels on the roof. We have the custom battery bank that we build for this. They have a large inverter. They have multiple ways of charging. You have solar charge controllers, fuses, disconnects, breakers. These systems are much more complicated than what we provide for sheds and things. But this is kind of what's involved. This is what's happening inside of that box.
Okay.
You just don't see it all. But that's kind of how this unit runs. And then we have touch screens and everything for our systems that show how much power is coming in, how much power is going out, those kind of things. So
Is this like a traditional setup on like an RV?
yeah, this is typically what we do for our RV clients.
And would this be more like a tiny home system?
Yes,
That was
this would
fully-
be
yeah.
for sure for what we would do for tiny homes and things like that.
So how much output would this like require? Like multiple, you're gonna have to have multiple spots on top.
Yeah, so you have to have a few more panels because this is a fairly large battery bank. The battery bank in this is the size of the whole SunSaver.
Okay.
So you know it's not. This is a very large battery bank, but we do these things specifically for individual clients' needs. So like this is going to have a bed that comes down from the ceiling. It's all on mounts. Once the full build out is done, they'll have a little kitchen and all that stuff in this van. So
Okay.
that's kind of how that works.
Very cool.